So that's that. We'll have some tutorial problems on that. Just wanted to show you, hopefully with the guitar, try and demonstrate this a little bit. Hopefully this works. First of all, can you hear the guitar clearly? Is that audible?
That is kind of distorted sound.
Yes, it's distorted, but is it breaking in between or is it audible? Let me.
Taking for me.
So is it breaking or is it continuously audible now? I'll play this.
Now it is continuous.
Continuous. Is that continuous?
Yes, a continuous and fine.
Okay, it's clean. So every note. Is continuous, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I'm playing the electric guitar. The signal is being picked up here, and it's going into the amplifier, which you cannot see, unfortunately. All right, and so the amplifier is on. So VDD is on. There's an amplifier over here, and there is some DC voltage going in here, so that the guitar is now active. If I create a sound, then I'm introducing this small signal over here, and as long as I have kept the amplifier in the saturation region, which is the amplification region. And so if I introduce a sound over here, that sound should be audible here as a voltage. I'm applying a speaker over here. So the speaker's output is what you hear. So in this expression, all of this, the guitar player is not coming in here. The guitar player comes in here through this VGS term, small. So that's I'm coming in here, and I'm coming in here through the small VGS term. Okay. Now I'm not playing anything, okay? But you can hear something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So which means this proves to you that VGS is 0, but there is something going on. And although I'm not playing, there is something wrong in the circuit that is creating a sound, small signal. You see, these are strange things. I just touch this and the sound is gone. So these are earthing problems inside. There's some soldering point that's gone loose, and that's creating a ground loop. But when I touch the body, that's a metallic thing. When I touch the body, I'm grounding it, so the sound disappears. But it proves to you that any tiny sound that's being produced is being amplified by the amplifier, and you're hearing this sound over here. There is no VGS applied, so you do hear a sound. Okay. Now I'm going to play something over here, and this is what it sounds like. Let's say so. Was that clearly audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which means now you are hearing something pleasant. In your experience, this is what the guitar sounds like. And so we are hearing this part only. The sound is not strong enough, or the amplification is not strong enough to create any kind of nonlinearity over here. But now let's change the amplifier characteristics. So we are now going to change the characteristics of the amplifier. This is being done digitally inside, but in effect, this is what's happening. Currently, when I'm playing, I am restricting myself to some linear portion of this VI input-output relationship. This amplifier maybe has a slightly different input-output relationship compared to this one. But so the fact that I'm hearing a nice clean sound, a pleasant sound, means that I'm somewhere, my amplification must be linear. Okay, you can make out audible. Now let's change something over here. You can probably make out that the gain has become much larger. What did you hear? Go back to your op-amp days. I was not playing, but there was a continuous sound.
Noise.
Yes, but that's more than noise. It's not a buzz. It was a definite tone. Hear it again. Not this. Not this. I'm taking the guitar near the mic, near the speaker. You remember doing the same thing with the violin here? What is it you're hearing?
All
Feedback.
the frequency.
Remember, positive feedback, oscillation. I brought the violin close and there was a large sound, even without playing, right? Okay, so that's feedback, which means the gain of this amplifier now must be tremendously large, so that even without playing anything, there is an oscillation. Okay, but now I'll play the same thing, more or less. Apart from that bzzz in the background, did you hear the guitar clearly?
Yes, sir.
I'll play it again just to make sure. So I have the amplifier now very alive. It wants to amplify anything it gets, and the gain is very large. And now I'm creating sounds with my fingers. So I'm coming in with VGS. But now you still, more or less, you agree that the sound is still similar to what we heard previously, not the same. It's similar. That means you can make out every note. You can make out the notes, which means it's more or less undistorted. So I have successfully suppressed this by playing softly. So my fingers are not hitting the string hard. But now I'm going to do the same, play the same notes more or less, but I'm going to play it hard, which means the input signal is larger. Does it sound different? Did it sound different to any of you? I play it soft. I'll play it hard. can make that difference out. And it's even more prominent if I play more than one note together. So I'll play something that I played earlier. Maybe you didn't hear it. So maybe you heard the transition from playing slow to playing really hard with the finger. So when I'm playing really hard, this becomes dominant, and that nice, pleasant, proportional relationship between the input and the output is no longer there. There's a huge amount of nonlinearity that comes in. So in your guitar, that is what people use quite a bit.